Are you waiting for home prices to finally become affordable again? With so many conflicting signals, falling mortgage rates, rising home prices, and shifting markets, it's easy to get lost. But today, we're diving into the latest predictions from top housing experts to give you the clearest picture of what's really going on. So I need you to stick around because we're going to be breaking down exactly when, where you can expect prices to drop and what you should do about it in 2025. Let's first start with some good news. Mortgage rates are finally coming down. And let me preface this by saying that in every market, there are always opportunities, even during slower times. So after peaking nearly at 8%, they're now closer to 6.6, bringing home ownership closer for many buyers who've been sitting on the sidelines. Now, here's the catch. Home prices, however, are still hitting record highs in many areas across the country, and the overall affordability of homes hasn't improved as much as we'd expect. But why? Well, there are two main factors. Inventory is slowly rising, but sluggish demand driven by high rates, rising insurance costs, along with record pricing, is keeping many would-be buyers on the sidelines. This has created an unusual situation where homes are still expensive, but fewer people are actually buying. The National Association of Realtors has recently released an existing home sales projection for 2024, which will be closer to about 3.89 million units, which is the lowest closed home sale volume in the United States since about 2008. My name is Mitch, real estate broker here and your expert advisor on all things real estate. I produce videos just like this every week to keep you updated and educated on the housing market. If this video provides you any value, please do not forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're considering a move, whether it's locally or anywhere in the country, click the link below, fill out the simple form you see here on the screen, and my team and I will be in touch. Now, the housing market is seeing notable shifts in certain pockets of the country. I do a lot of research on this, and I know a lot of you who may be watching this are watching from other areas of the country and maybe in one of these locations. But there was an article from Fast Company that just came out, as you can see here on the screen, where there's a huge housing market shift, 6 major markets where home prices are actually falling. Now, if we just look at this, we come down. It said housing markets, including Southern California, the Northeast, and the Midwest, is where there is low housing inventory and prices are still up a solid amount year over year and are pretty much done posting gains for 2024. However, month over month price growth is likely to return in those places come spring of 2025. So I just want to pause there. That's what I mentioned about before. The demand should come back in certain areas of the country as we see these rate cuts. However, on the other side of the coin, there's regional pockets, right, where the housing market in states such as Texas, Florida, Louisiana, where the inventory has risen above the 2019 pre-pandemic levels, okay? And that inventory increase is what's causing a lot of pressure on these prices. And you can see there was, the 50 major metros that saw price shifts, 50 of the top metros in the country. Look at this here. New Orleans, right? Down from the peak 14%. Austin, Texas, down 20.4% from the peak pricing. That's a big drop. You can see another one here, San Antonio, Texas. You've got Tampa on the list that's seeing some price decreases. Another big one here is Denver, Colorado. You've got Phoenix down 8%. And of course, San Francisco's down 9.4%. And then you got Sacramento, California down 5.7%. These are, the major markets, of course, where we're seeing these price reductions. Now, if you're watching this from Charlotte, of course, where I'm at, I did cross-reference this. Charlotte's prices are not coming down. I mean, we're up. Average sale price for this year is up. And then, of course, look at the, since March of 2020, 57% increase in the sale price here in Charlotte since COVID. So this is an interesting piece of data I wanted to share with you because you can see that when you hear on the news, home prices are dropping, home prices are rising, you can't paint that brush across the same picture evenly, right? Real estate is highly local. Therefore, you really need to check your local markets to understand exactly what's happening because there's pockets of the country that are being impacted differently depending on where you are. But let's break this down further. According to experts, price growth is slowing, especially in places like Southern California, the Northeast, and the Midwest, where inventory is tight, but demand is falling. So while home prices are still very high, they're not growing as fast as they were in the past. That gives buyers much more leverage and negotiation power in today's market. But here's the catch. These prices, the declines aren't happening everywhere. Markets like Texas, Florida, and Louisiana are seeing more pronounced drops in home prices as inventory rises above the pre-pandemic levels. These are areas finally starting to feel the effects of post-pandemic migration cooling down, and in some cases, the large presence of home builders is helping push prices down even further. And lastly, due to the recent national disasters such as Hurricane Milton and Helene, some of the coastal areas of the country are dealing with the rising insurance costs to replace and repair a lot of these flooded homes, which is going to be a big impact, in my opinion, moving forward into 2025. But the story is not just about prices. Builders are doing whatever it takes to get buyers off the sidelines. PulteGroup, one of the nation's largest home builders, has been offering significant incentives to buyers, including mortgage rate buydowns, help with closing costs, and other incentives that aren't going anywhere anytime soon, especially with the ongoing rate volatility and upcoming election. But what does this mean for you? It means if you're in the market for a new home, you might want to start looking at these new builder incentives, which could help offset some of the affordability issues we're seeing right now across the country. However, keep in mind that the true test of the market will be in the spring selling season of 2025. And I'll be honest, the rate cuts coming between now and then are going to determine a lot of if the demand will return in 2025 or remain stagnant. So what should you expect for 2024 and 25? According to experts like Lisa Sturvant and Ralph McLaughlin, home price growth may slow for the rest of 24 as more sellers enter the market and inventory, of course, rises. But here's the twist. Lower mortgage rates could trigger a rebound in prices as early as spring of 25. This has what many experts are warning about. If you're waiting for rates to fall further, you may find yourself caught in a wave of demand that reignites price growth. This means the window to get in before prices rise again might be closing faster than you think. So here's the bottom line. The housing market is undergoing some major changes. Home price growth may slow, but drop in mortgage rates likely will bring buyers back into the market, which could cause prices to climb significantly in 2025. While some areas are seeing price declines, others are remaining strong, and builder incentives are playing a big role in keeping buyers interested. So how do you prepare? Well, first, you need to take advantage of the builder incentives if you're in the market. Second, don't wait too long for rates to fall. By the time they do, you could be facing a wave of demand and competition. And make sure, of course, you're financially ready to enter the market. And lastly, keep a close eye on the spring 2025 market, because that's when we'll see a strong demand rebound if the market will come back given the rate cuts. If you found this video helpful at all, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button, because I produce videos just like this every single week to keep you updated and educated on the housing market. And of course, if you're considering making a move, whether it's locally or anywhere in the country, I would love to be a resource for you. Just click the link below, fill out the simple form you see here on the screen, and I will be in touch. Thanks.